Yes, so like I said, there is a lot to unpack today on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So if you're new to the channel, you subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. Again, like we always do, we want to hear from you. We want to make sure that we know exactly what your thoughts are. Again, let us hear from you in terms of comments, in terms of everything that you have to say. We'd love to hear from you. Over here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, that is one of the things that we consistently talk about. We want to hear from you. So do so, let us hear from you in there, and we'll talk about the Chelsea matters. But first of all, there's an exclusive that's coming out from Carrington, and we'll talk about that first. And it says that inside Carrington, sources have raised concerns over some about the respect towards manager Erik ten Hag. Uncertainty about his future and perceived excuses contribute to lack of motivation amongst players. And yesterday, after 2 days ago, after Manchester United played against Fulham and they lost by 2 goals to 1, a lot of the people that close to Erik ten Hag encouraging him believe that he's losing some respect and people are a little bit uncertain about his methods, and some of his players don't tend to be in tune with his methods and his processes of being a manager at Manchester United. Hence, this is a big question. It's a question where a lot of people keep on asking questions about. A lot of people keep on wondering if Erik ten Hag is going to stay on beyond the summer. In fact, we are hearing that there are other managers that are in contention. I mean, immediately Thomas Tuchel leaves the Bayern job in the summer, he becomes an automatic contender for the job at FC Manchester United. And of course, if there is also Mauricio Pochettino at the helm, then Thomas Tuchel definitely is not going to go to Chelsea. But there are real reasons and real concerns at Manchester United that shows that Erik ten Hag is under some pressure, and then things aren't going so well for him. I mean, if you look at the kind of football that he played against Fulham, it is not encouraging. And for a lot of the people, they think that Erik ten Hag is just bringing in excuses after excuse as manager of Manchester United. They wanted more and better from him as a manager, and that's what they are not getting. They believe that they have to get better. They need to get more at Manchester United, and exactly so. Yesterday, however, Real Madrid were brilliant, and um, when you look at the quality of Luka Modric, when you look at the fact that Luka Modric keeps on growing, he keeps on becoming better, like fine wine. And for me, I think that while people will talk about Luka Modric, people will talk about the job that Luka Modric has done. For me, in my opinion, in my analysis, essentially, it's about how well Luka Modric has taken care of himself and in the technical ability of side of his game, the intellect, the cognitive ability, the fact that for him as a player, while he's growing up, he keeps on getting better because he invests more in the cognitive side of the game now. He puts much more effort in there at that side now instead of just the physical side where he had to be doing a lot of running. Of course, his energy levels aren't going to be there. I also think that the management from Real Madrid has done a brilliant job in terms of handling Tony Cruz and then Luka Modric. I mean, it is a clear case of how you let young ones imbibe culture and then understudy older guys. Madrid's heydays in recent times, the winning of the repeat in the Champions League, going back to back, playing well in La Liga games, going neck and neck with Barcelona. These two players have heralded it, and these two aren't even Spaniards. For Luka Modric, is a Croat. For Tony Cruz, he's a German. But these two have been in the mix. They have been in there in terms of the decision of everything that Madrid have done. Players have come and go. Even Cristiano Ronaldo has come and gone. Even the likes of Sergio Ramos, who is essentially a very great centre back in the history of Spain and Madrid, have come and gone. And these two are there. They shoehorned everything that Madrid wants to do. And for me, that's a quality job done for President Florentino Perez, and how he has managed these two characters, how he has managed them on the field of play and even off the field of play. They're hearing the Modric contract extension, Tony Cruz contract extension wants to be in there. There's going to be Mbappe will be added into the free. There's Chouameni, there's Kamavinga, there is Bellingham. There's going to be, of course, another player, Vinicius Junior, Federico Valverde. These are quality players in the Madrid fold who have understudied, and now they will get the culture imbibements that this old guy want to send to them. They would transit them, they will become a better fold, and then of course then you can allow these big guys to leave. And that is excellent job done by Real Madrid and Florentino Perez in that regard. And yesterday, when they got all of that job done in the Spanish La Liga, you could understand that this is a team that doesn't look like they are going to lead the La Liga to um, they are going to lead the La Liga to anybody else. And Barcelona doesn't look like they can catch them. And not even Girona or anybody else. They are the best team in the Spanish La Liga as it stands now. And the functional play of Carlo Ancelotti even fits them so much. And yesterday, that goal from Luka Modric was exquisite, exquisite. And of course, it still puts them ahead of everybody in the Spanish La Liga. Madrid are up there with 65 points. They've opened up with Barcelona with 57 points now. Almost 8 points. Yeah, almost 8 points between themselves and Barcelona, with Girona in third, 56 points, Atletico de Madrid 52, Athletic Club 49, Real Betis 46, and then it tells you the quality that they have. Yesterday also, Girona went away to Real Vallecano and got an important 2-1 victory, while Barcelona won by 4 goals to 0. It is the quality of Madrid's team that keeps on getting them through. Mind you, yesterday, there was no Jude Bellingham, there was no Eder Militao, there was no Rudiger, there was no Alaba, but this team got the job done and everything is in there. And after the game, Jude Bellingham went to tweet that I've got a spare hat that you can wear on the runway, mate, and said Paris Fashion Week next week, and that is brilliant stuff from the Madrid team. The quality of Real Madrid, and then of course in the fold of Luka Modric was telling yesterday, and he could tell it. He still got it. He still got it. And I think that for me, that's something that we can't stop talking about because he has proven to be quality. He has proven to show that he's the best player. Made sure that Madrid won that game by just a solitary goal, and his quality was up there with every other person in there. So you give him all the credits. You give Luka Modric all the credits. You will know that he's a top player. I mean, we'll talk about other things. There are lots of things to also talk about. The Chelsea conversation is up. We're about to get straight into it. So sit down. Let's get into the Chelsea conversation. So you see, I don't think that the Chelsea project is a failed one, to be very honest with you. And then I think that for the club to have gone through the things that they've gone through, and for them to get to where they've gotten to in a space of 2 years, where they've changed, I mean, quite a number of managers, but they named managers twice. I mean, 3 times. Pochettino, Graham Potter, not Pochettino, Tuchel, Graham Potter, and now Pochettino. And then Pochettino comes in within a short time, goes to a cup final, and then loses to Liverpool. I think that in the context of everything that Chelsea have been through, one of the things that people were always going to do, and yesterday, almost every pundit studied the post-match analysis of the game, will talk about Chelsea's numbers and say, hey, you spent 1 billion. Why are you not beating Liverpool's kids? I mean, already that is not factual because the Liverpool team weren't kids. But of course, um, if people are talking about that in the sense of experience that the Liverpool team lacked, and the fact that these Chelsea players are played together at the highest level more than these kids, then that makes sense. But if it's just about age, that is a non-starter. Then I think that in the 90 minutes of the game, Chelsea were good. Not just in moments, not just in certain um, pieces of play. I think that in large parts of the game, Chelsea were good. And if you take them player by player, you take the quality of Georgi Petrovic, apart from the fact that he's not an excellent ball player from the back, his shot stopping is excellent. It is up there with some of the best shot stopping goalkeepers in the world. And for me, I'll take that quality goalkeeper. And in the context of the project, you can't say that that's a failed project if you're looking at someone like Georgi Petrovic on the back. Again, I think it was a very good performance from the two centre backs. Um, More of a good centre back from Levi Cole, a good performance from Levi Cole, who in the opening numbers of the game was a little bit jittery. It was same for the Sassy. You could tell that they were rattled at the beginning and they had to settle in. It was normal. Of course, Malo Gusto, brilliant fullback yesterday, did exciting stuff, was very, very good. I have issues with Malo Gusto and when he plays out wide with Cole Palmer and then the balance that you can get in there. It affects the rest defense. Again, also, if you play him alone with Noni Madueke, who keeps the weight, then you would want Malo Gusto to stay. But you also take a lot from him. Noni Madueke isn't too exciting in terms of his 1v1 ability and taking on attackers. All of these tactical nitty-gritties, we'll talk about that later when nerves have settled. But these are the surface level conversation. And then you go into Ben Chilwell. For me, a very good player. Yesterday, he showed what a captain epitomizes. He was solid at the back, led from the back, did some good stuff for the team in there. And I like the fact that he led the team very well, defended very well, attacked very well. And um, any time that you saw in that game, from Chelsea's left hand side, Liverpool's right hand side, anytime that Bradley came, he was up with him, and he also made sure he tacked inside. The little I didn't see was I wanted them to overload Ibu Konate more on that side of the game, just so himself and Sterling would get the best out of Ibu Konate. That really didn't happen because Bradley did a very good job when he was moved outward to go and play in that Salah role and then drop Elliott into the middle of the park. I think that was spot on from Jurgen Klopp. And then come to the middle of the park. Nobody, absolutely nobody who watched the game yesterday will tell you that Enzo didn't play well or Moise Caicedo didn't play well. Yesterday was a very good game for Moise Caicedo. I could understand that he finished the game and he was crying because I think that since Caicedo donned a pair of boots and wore a Chelsea jersey too much, there hasn't been a better game than yesterday's. Yesterday was an excellent game for Moise Caicedo. Covered a lot of grounds, won a lot of balls. He was very good in the duels. Of course, in the context of the conversation, after Chelsea missed a lot of chances, Conor Gallagher, Cole Palmer, Nicholas Jackson, and whatnot. And even for some of us who believe in the Chelsea project so much, right after the game, we were a little bit emotional. So if you watch my previous video, I was a little bit emotional when I talk about what Mauricio Pochettino had caused. I understand that in second half of extra time, the boys sat back. I think it was more fatigue than anything. I don't think it was just Pochettino packing the bat. I think it was more fatigue than anything yesterday in the second half of the game. And when you are fatigued, sometimes you're naturally forced to sit back. Again, one of the things that I think was a big deal was the element of culture. At the highest level in association football, not just in football, in every high performance sport, culture is very important. The kind of culture you build for young players to come in, it makes it easier for them to take it from there when you build a sort of strong culture. Chelsea have gone through some rough patches, and there's literally a non-existent culture in recent times because, of course, the old guard that had that culture have phased out, and now there is no Abramovich culture. If the Abramovich culture were there, you would have been speaking about how Chelsea consistently will win trophies and whatnot. Now that's literally um, non-existent, right? So after you speak about culture, you talk about all of these things in the context of how well the team played. I don't think that that's a bad project. I think that for a project in its budding stage to go to a final of a Carabao Cup, um, again, for the project to get to the level where it has gotten to, um, for them to challenge for trophies, for them to still be in the FA Cup, um, it is a project that will come good. I think it's a matter of time. I've always believed it's a matter of time. The only thing I keep on saying is that the next transfer window, Chelsea can't afford to make misses. They can't afford to make mistakes. Every player that will be bought in the transfer window has to be a hit. And I like the fact that they started it right in January and didn't try to buy anybody for the senior team. They just said, let us go with this team to the end of the season. We will sit down, we'll make assessments of the team, and then when we do, we'll make final decisions as to who will get in the summer or not. Striker, whichever position. And it's important. So I understand for a lot of Chelsea fans they're worried, but for me, that isn't a failing project. It's just a project in its first step. The hard times, losing in finals, losing together, sticking together, happens together. And it happens in the process of getting to the very top. And I think that Chelsea will. It's just a matter of time. And it's just a budding project. With time, things are going to come together for the Blues. This is why I drew the curtain for today's edition of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I nearly didn't put up this today's show because, of course, as you can see, I'm already had to rush from work and everything. And then also, I was wondering if Chelsea fans and every other football fan would come in after that Chelsea loss. Madrid people, International, Milan, Manchester United, Chelsea. There's a lot of conversation here. Thank you very much. I'm grateful for choosing me. Make sure you turn on notification. Make sure you do choose all when you turn notification. And please, I want to hear from you in the comment section. Do what to share for other people to also have it. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. And of course, I'm passionate about this job. Thank you.